time, he is the general manager of your Super Bowl champion Denver Broncos, John Elway.
So you got to stand here after the 97 season and look out there and see 650,000 people as a player. What does it feel like to stand here now as a guy who runs the football side of a world championship club?
Well, I tell you what, it's great to see Bronco Country continuing to grow because I think there's more than 650,000 people here. So we want to thank everybody in Bronco Country for everything that you've done this year. We not only in Colorado, but throughout the Rocky Mountains, the continued support is always needed and always wanted. So thank you so much, Bronco Country.
We talked before the game during the course of the week, and I think we both agreed there was a quiet confidence about this team. Not cockiness. They were an underdog in Super Bowl 50, and yet you just had the feeling watching them go about their business that they felt like they were going to win.
Well, I tell you what, this team came back from a lot of different adversities this year, did a tremendous job. We got to played our best football. And being underdogs in the last 2 weeks against New England, going into Super Bowl 50 as an underdog, just added to that. And I'll tell you what, these players and coaches, they just answered that bell and played the best football game 2 days ago.
Last thought. You won the Super Bowl twice as a player. You've now won it as an executive. Which is tougher to accomplish?
They're both very, very hard. But I tell you, the most satisfying thing about being a player, as well as winning it in the front office, is to be able to bring back that Lombardi Trophy to everybody out here. Thanks for all your big hand for John Elway.
Next up, I'm going to introduce a man of character, a man of integrity, a family man who's been a player in this league, an assistant coach in this league, and now a head coach in this league. He believes in himself, and because of that, his players believe in him. He said many times it wasn't always pretty, sometimes it might get ugly, but this head football coach found a way to get it done. Him, his staff, his team. Your Super Bowl champion head football coach of the Denver Broncos, Gary Kubiak.
He is the only man in NFL history to play for a team and coach the same team to a Super Bowl championship. You got to be really proud of everything, especially these guys standing behind you.
Oh, Dave, I'm so proud to be a part of this organization, but even more so proud of the greatest NFL fans there are. Thanks, Bronco fans. Thank you.
Talk a little bit about your journey. You were happy doing what you were doing. You'd already turned down some opportunities to interview with other head coaching possibilities, and yet when John called you, you interviewed here. Why?
Well, this is my football home, Dave. I mean, this is where I got my start as a player and a coach, and to have the opportunity to come back here and to be on that bus today, driving through that parade makes it just worth the wait. It was special.
Last thought, a similar question to what I asked John. Just talk about your team, the highs and the lows this year. You got to find ways to get through them, to endure, and I thought you guys showed great resiliency the whole year.
Yeah, we did, David. You know what? It took everybody on this stage, every guy on our football team contributed to our cause, and I can tell everyone out there that nobody played harder in the National Football League than the Denver Broncos. I'm so proud of them.
That is head coach Gary Kubiak of the Super Bowl champion Denver Broncos.
We're going to keep it rolling. If you don't know this next guy, you haven't been paying attention. He sometimes makes it look easy out there. All-Pro this season, the best Sam linebacker in the NFL, and your Super Bowl 50 most valuable player.
Go ahead, you can chant it out. MVP, 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 MVP. That's got to make you feel good, man.
It's great, but I didn't get here by myself. I got great teammates. TJ, Hakeem, Kayvon, all these guys helped me get to the point where I'm at today.
Just talked to John and Gary, talked about the quiet confidence that the team had. Neither one of those guys played. You played in the game. Talk a little bit about the week leading up to it and kind of the mindset of the team.
Both weeks leading up to the Super Bowl, we had great energy. We were so sure of our game plan. We were so sure of ourselves. We came into the game with confidence and energy and came out with a win.
We're going to hear a little bit later from a guy that I know has played a really important role in your life. As a mentor, as a friend, you've given him about 15 nicknames. Let's talk about your relationship with Demarcus Ware.
Oh, Demarcus Ware, he's the man.
Yeah, he's the man. Host man.
No, but not only me, but everybody in the locker room. He definitely influenced everybody to get where we are today.
Can you go back next year and do it again?
I think so. I mean, back to back, right?
Let's give it up for Von Miller, the MVP of Super Bowl 50.
Mr. Bolin set this organization on a path for greatness. He brought in John Elway to help him put the pieces together. They brought in Gary Kubiak because this team wanted to play kicking and screaming. That message has been delivered through the organization, but every great team has senior leadership. In addition to all this young talent, you need senior leadership, and the Denver Broncos have two of the best that have ever played the game. Almost 30 years of experience between these two guys. I don't need to say their names, but please make some noise for defensive captain Demarcus Ware and Denver Broncos offensive captain Peyton Manning.
So, Demarcus, let's start with you. It was a year of great defense. Before this year, you had not even played in the conference championship, as great as your career had been. Talk about what this year retrospectively means to you looking back.
I think when you look back on all the years and all the accolades that you can get as a football player, this right here symbolizes what team really means. Winning a Super Bowl, and I'm gonna tell you what, when you go in the stadium and the stadium is packed, there's no place like Broncos country. I mean, this right here is awesome. This is amazing.
Thank you, Bud. You described this season many times as unique. It certainly was. Again, almost the same question as to Demarcus. Looking back on it, what does this season mean to you?
Well, it certainly was a great finish, Dave. I tell you, we got great teammates. We got a great locker room. Bob Miller was talking about that earlier today. We got a great culture in our locker room, and guys fight for each other. Guys want to win for each other. I think that was evident all season long. So Demarcus and I are just real fortunate to be a part of this journey with some great teammates.
Demarcus, you guys put numbers up defensively this year that rank you amongst the best to ever play the game, and yet you started it early, the Baltimore game. Come up with a huge stop, Akeem had the pick six, and you just sort of built on it week after week. How did you keep playing at that level for 16 regular season games and 3 playoff games?
I think you just give it up to all the guys. I mean, especially the guys like TJ, Talib, Wolf, Malik, Sylvester. I mean, you can go all the way down the list. Chris Harris. Those guys keep the fire going for guys like me and Peyton. And knowing that they're out there giving it their all, that's when it sort of started. And it just feels great that they have teammates like that.
Peyton, you set virtually every passing record in the NFL. I can't really think of one that you haven't, and yet this year you guys were able to win in a different fashion.
Well, it was definitely a team season. Everybody did their part. Our special teams were awesome all year. There's no question our defense led the charge, and offensively we did just our part. We did our part. We made plays at critical times. Everybody contributed. All 53 guys on the roster played a huge role in this season, and that helped us win a Super Bowl championship.
One more question for each guy as you look back on this season, defensively speaking. You rotated guys and you played a lot of people right from the start, and that carried out, kept guys fresh. But sometimes we all know that guys that are used to playing every single down, they don't want to get taken out. I didn't detect that with this team.
This team right here put themselves second. I mean, when Peyton went down, Brock goes in and did what he needed to do. When I went down, all the guys, you got Shaq and Shane that went in the game. When TJ got hurt, Stu went in the game. So it was a team effort. It wasn't an individual thing. And this right here is the reason why we are right now. We're champions.
Last thought, Peyton. Not many guys can have Hall of Fame careers in 2 cities, frankly. As you look at your years here in Denver, what 2 or 3 things sort of pop into mind?
Well, surely we got the greatest fans out here right now. These fans have been good all season long for us, in a big way. And so, but it's been great to play with some great players. This season we had a lot of new players this season, and guys that just worked hard and stuck together. I keep repeating that over and over again. Everybody's really stuck together this year, and that's why we're here where we are today. And it's great to be with all these great fans.
Hey, let's give it up 2 surefire Hall of Fame players, Peyton and Demarcus Ware.